How exciting! Happy Tuesday. I know it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute since I've been on the Tuesday tips and tutorials, 10 to 15 minutes of just fun tips, information, tutorials, life stuff, journeys. I love these few minutes that I get to share with my friends, my Facebook friends, my family. We all connect via this Tuesday tips and tutorials. It provokes interesting conversations throughout the week every time I do these tutorials. So I know it's been a while. Of course, last time you saw me, I was still prepping for a wedding, and now we're in our space. We've returned from our honeymoon, kids and just grandbabies. Lots of fun things happening. I believe my two granddaughters today are going to the zoo together. So it's been fantastic. So today, I finally decided, let's get ready. Let's jump into my Tuesday tips and tutorials. There's tons of things that I want to show you next week. First of all, you have to say hi. Tell me you're watching. Tell me that you're watching on this happy Tuesday. Tell me that you're watching and comment what was your favorite childhood book when you were a kid. What was your favorite book? Tell me what it is, because I know it's in the top of your head. It's that one that you just cannot forget. And today we're talking why I love children's books. Why I love children's books. Next week, we're going to be doing a recreation of my wedding makeup look. Everyone was asking me if I did my own hair. Hi, Omira. I see Omira is watching. Hi. And I see that my husband's watching. Hi, honey. And next week, I'm going to recreate my look, because a lot of people were asking me if I did my own makeup. Yes, I did do my own makeup. I remember arriving, and the person that was in charge of the beach, of the venue, Amanda, she came up to me. She was like, girl, who did your makeup? Who was the professional that did your makeup? I did my makeup. She's like, you did a fabulous job. So I want to go ahead and share that next week. I'm going to recreate my wedding look. Hi, Cynthia from Chicago, straight from Illinois is watching. So we got Michigan and Illinois watching. I love you girls. I love my friends so much. Long distance. I am thankful for social media. A lot of people are like, kind of iffy with social media. I'm the one that's actually blessed by social media, because I have tons of people that I've connected with throughout the years because of my singing career. And I'm still connected to these people. And of course, family. Lihia's watching. Hi, Lihia. Hi, doll. I am so happy with everything that's going on with you and with Jay. Oh my God, prayers answered. Prayers answered. Maruha, a friend from many, many, many years ago. We finally just connected last week with a phone call, and it's been a long time, Maru. I love you so much. She's here in Tampa. So I need to make a trip to Tampa. Okay, Cynthia's watching from work. Oh, she loved Clifford the Red Dog, the Big Red Dog. Yes, I remember that book too. I think everybody had that one. Corduroy, and of course the Dr. Seuss books. I was big on Curious George. But I want to show you a picture. Today we're talking all things books and children's books. I recently did a Tuesday tips and tutorial last year where I spoke about some of my favorite books, or maybe it was in the beginning of this year, and why books were so important to me, and why I feel that, like my mom used to always tell me, leaders are great readers. Great leaders are great readers. So I wanted to make sure that I always read. And this picture that you see here, the picture that you see there, that's actually the library for my people who live in Pennsylvania. This is the Reading Library. My dad used to walk me to that library. I used to go there with my brother Manny, and especially in the summertime, elementary school, those years, summertime was such a big deal to make sure the kids were still reading. We don't even do that today with our kids, right? To make sure that, okay, how many books did you read in the summer? Can I get a witness? Yeah. So my dad, and we used to always go to the to the Reading Library. And one of the books that I used to always check out, and I think they thought it was funny, is every time I went, I would check out like 2 or 3 different books that had to do with states. I wanted to know the state bird of Massachusetts. I wanted to know the flag of Texas. I wanted to know the state flower of Michigan. Like, those things were so like important to me. And when they became part of the United States, if they were in the colonies and all that good stuff, that was me in elementary school. Loved checking out books. The smell of a library. I want to talk to the people who are doing audibles. Is there anybody out there who has a subscription perhaps to the Audible books? I tried to do audibles. It just doesn't work for me. Comment below if you are the kind of person that you love to smell the pages. That's so me. I get a book, somebody gives me a book, and the very first thing I do is I open it and smell the pages. I know I'm not the only one like that. I know I'm not the only one out here who believes that. Just smelling the book. Hi, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn Martinez is watching. I love the smell of books. And to me, reading a book is so different. Even like, and I know I've done this also in the past, where I love to hear the Bible. Where you hear the Bible, that's the only one that I'll probably be okay with, because especially if it's a good voice like James Earl Jones or something like that, that I could do an audible, but it's just not the same as turning the pages, I just pulled my small Bible out and put it in my bag, because I want to now really just turn the pages when my pastor is preaching. Like, that to me is so important. Hi, Janet. Janet's watching. Janet's from Central Florida. How are you doing, Mama? Thank you for joining me this morning. And I love that. So today I want to talk to you about children's books and why all of a sudden I'm posting so much about it. I remember when my kids told me that I was going to be a grandma, like, I was so excited. Listen, you have no idea. All of my high school girlfriends became grandmas before me. And I thought I was going to be the first one to be a grandma, but it didn't happen that way. So this is what I did. I remember when I found out that I was going to be a grandma, we went immediately to Barnes and Noble. And I wanted to just get tons of little books, because I thought to myself, oh my God, I have got to start a little library, because when my grandbabies come visit me, I'm going to be that grandma that reads to them. That takes them on a journey, that their imagination is just going to run wild. You know, I was that girl. I love to read. Maruja says that she used to love the Little Red Riding Hood. Those stories were so fun. The fairy tale stories were amazing too. I was the Anne of the Green Gables kind of girl. Yeah. Okay, these people have a conversation going on, Omira. And Bob, yes, you are. Yes, I am. So I love those books. Anne of the Green Gables, Little House on the Prairie. I always grabbed any book that was from Laura Ingalls Wilder. And that was one of the very first gifts that French gave me when we first started going out. One of our dates, believe it or not, one of our dates was to Barnes and Noble. Yeah, we're nerds. And I was looking at the books, and he said, go ahead, grab a book. I went straight to the section where biographies were, autobiographies, and the Laura Ingalls Wilder Little House on the Prairie was my favorite too. Alice in Wonderland, tons of great books. Well, I want to talk to you about now my beautiful grandbaby, how she is just loving books so much. Every time I look for her, she's here for a little while. They're going to be moving to their own place really soon. And every time I look for her, because she's really quiet, she's reading her books. She's reading the books that I purchased for her. And I love tons of books. And there's this company that right now I'm really into. And if you want to know more about it, tonight at 9 o'clock, I can have you join an event so that you can see and know how to get these books for yourself. This is happening at 9 tonight. But you have to contact me. You have to send me a message and say, hey, I'm interested in the books that you were chatting to me about. And I'm going to talk to you about this one right here and why I love Don't Tickle the Lion. Listen, she loves this book. These books are so amazing. My girlfriend, Ashley, she was the one that told me about these books. She literally did like a live really quick, kind of like what I'm doing right now, and showed me some of her favorite books that she still had, and her kids are already older than when she first purchased them, so they last long, they're sturdy. I love that they're like fuzzy and that the kids can touch them, and it's just let me tell you, it is absolutely amazing. I love to read this to my baby, and they're fuzzy and they make all kinds of noises, and it's like don't tickle the buffalo, the elephant. Like, these books are so beautiful, and they're sturdy, and they're amazing. I love that with technology, there's noises, there's sounds. The little cat, this is what she does. She opens this book. This is what my Reina does. She opens this book, and the very first thing she does is she touches the tongue. I tell her how fuzzy the tongue is, and she touches it. There are little parts of the book that have texture to it. This is how we get our kids started with even hand-eye coordination and all that good stuff. The little paws are a different texture. I love it. And she loves these books so much. Books have changed. Books have changed, and they're so much fun. And it is our job, even if we go out every so often, to just purchase and come home with a book. This one hasn't been opened. This one has not been opened. And let me tell you why I love this book. And I'm going to wait a little while. I'm going to wait a little while before I open this book with Reina, because this one is all better. This has to do with boo-boos. And there is a Band-Aid. You see that Band-Aid up at the top? Every page, there's an animal who's been hurt, and she has to put the Band-Aid on it. I love it. And you could take the Band-Aid off so she can use it for years, okay? And this Band-Aid is not going to lose its adhesive. It's going to go to each of the pages, and she gets to take care of the animal's boo-boo. Don't you just love that? With her little tiny little hands. I'm in love. Okay, call me crazy, but I love the fact that I'm a grandma. This makes me so excited. It makes me so excited. I'm going to go ahead and start collecting books. I posted something last week. Was it last week? Or maybe it was the beginning. Yeah, it was last week, the end of last week or this weekend, about these books. And I asked my grandma friends out there, because I have some new ones too. I have some new grandmas. Sorines is a new grandma. Jolanda's a new grandma in Michigan. So there's a few of us that it's our first time having grandbabies, and we're posting pictures like crazy. I mean, Dana, my pastor's wife, my pastors are grandparents too. This is like brand new stuff for us, and we're so excited. We're so excited. So we're posting things, right? And we're posting, of course, our babies. So I posted, what are some of the things that some grandmas out there are doing? I loved what my girlfriend in North Carolina said, Anne Marie said that she is collecting and putting aside all of the games from our childhood. Candyland. What was the other one? I think it was like Cheerio or something like that. Like all of those old Chutes and Ladders, those board games. I would totally do that as well. So I think I'm going to jump on Anne's bandwagon, and I'm going to do that too. So I'm going to have my library, but then I'm going to have some games from back in my time that I used to play, and books that I used to read, so I could read it to my grandkids. What was your favorite childhood book? We all have that book that brings back those memories, and you remember exactly where you were when you were reading it, the grade you were in when you were reading it. It's so nostalgic. Let's get off our devices and let's get back into our books. And the only way our next generation is going to love books as much as we do, right, Omira? She still loves them. She still loves them. The only way is if we show them and we impart it to them. I don't know what they're doing with libraries, like where are they all going? Now we can order our books online. We can order on Amazon. This event that I'm having tonight at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be on, and it's going to be tons of books that have to do with either activity books, touching, fuzzy little things, school resources for those who are doing homeschooling. Ladies who homeschool, the mamas who homeschool, you have a crown for sure. I mean, I take my hat off, because that's amazing work that you do. Amazing work that you do. And it's going to be tons of resources for your kids if you're homeschooling as well tonight at 9 o'clock. So send me a message to all my folks that are watching, male or female. I make no money out of this. This is just me showing you some of my favorite books that I have blessed my family with. So I have these 3, and I'm going to get probably another 3 more. For sure. Another 3 more for my babies and continue my library for my grandbabies. Thank you guys for watching this quick little Tuesday tips and tutorials. Gather your books, and listen, start your library. That's my tip for today. Start your library. Go to your local bookstore, Barnes & Noble, or join me tonight at 9 o'clock to get your first 2 or 3 pieces. I already started mine and I'm loving it, and so is Raina. She's loving her books. I will see you next week, this exact same time, all right? This exact same time next week, and we're gonna recreate my wedding look. I will send out a quick shout out to those who love the Love and Butter, lots of Love and Butter. That show's coming. We already started editing our very first honeymoon edition. There are 7 episodes of amazing restaurants. If you notice, my honeymoon album that I posted here, there are no pictures of food. There's a reason. Because all of the food pictures and all of the food videos you're gonna see in the Lots of Love and Butter. My husband says it so much better than I do. He does. You'll see those episodes coming really soon. Exquisite restaurants, as well as fun, casual places that we went and found some amazing, amazing food. So don't forget to continue to hang out with me here every Tuesday, and I will absolutely make sure that next Tuesday we have a different opening, because this one is outdated. We are now married, and my grandbabies are so much bigger now. Love you. See you next Tuesday.